Yeah? Hmm. Yeah?
Nice! I think this will work perfectly. I'll go look at the bridge right away. Oh, right. Here's some of what you're owed from the budget for the project. I think I was supposed to give some to you on the front end. Oh well.
Hey, sorry about being such a sad sack. I just always hate to see one of my boys go. I appreciate you doing this commission for us, honest. Howdy.
Desertification.
Well, this is a surprise. I predicted the Civil Corps would show up any minute now to rescue me, but I didn't expect them to send some random individual. Nevertheless, you're here now. Proceed with your extraction plan. I won't complain. You do have a plan, right? Wait. By the look on your face, perhaps you're not a rescuer, but a fellow prisoner instead. Oh. Okay. Well, you can join the club and sit over there while we wait for the proper authority to appear. Hold on, I recognize you. You're the new builder. Perhaps we don't have to wait. With my intellect and your logistical aptitude, there may yet be new possibilities to extricate ourselves from this predicament. Let's look around this area to see if there's anything we can use to escape, relics or otherwise. Perhaps if this machine were repurposed somewhat, it could be fitted with an engine. With enough propulsion, we could likely fly out through that hole in the ceiling. However, any minor miscalculation in trajectory might cause us to die, which would be suboptimal. Let's put this one down as Plan Z. Or perhaps just use your pick hammer to break it down into scrap. I'll leave it to your discretion. Wood, stone, metal, scraps. These things are useful to you, are they not, Builder? I must admit, I find using such basic components to solve our predicaments somewhat inelegant. Regardless, Builder, I recommend you collect these materials. They may prove useful in our journey to the surface. This machine reminds me of something very obscure. Something you never would have heard of. In certain old-world literature, it was imagined that time travel might one day be possible. If only I could go back in time and warn myself not to travel into this tunnel. I could also tell my past self that you'd be falling down here around this time, and then sent myself to rescue you, solving this entire ordeal. That is, if my past self wasn't too busy right now. Wishful thinking, I'm afraid. Also, the fact that I did not meet myself before falling in here means that I do not uncover the secrets of time travel on this particular timeline. Or is there a reason I would have allowed this to happen? In any case, this machine would probably do us better as scrap. Can you break it down with your pick hammer? Looking up towards the skies for answers. That's entirely the reason I'm in this predicament in the first place. Well, Builder, our objective is rather straightforward, is it not? Exit through that gap above. Indeed, a mere difference in altitude has managed to contain us here. Pay me no mind, Builder. Complaining won't improve our situation. I suggest we continue looking around. Oh, using the environment to bridge the gap between us and that opening up there. Brilliant! In any case, let's save our celebrations for the surface. After you, Builder. Finally! How serendipitous that you were the next to fall into that cavern. Science. According to Civil Corps survey reports, I deduced the likelihood of uncovering a usable equatorial mount in these ruins to be upwards of 99.9%. Unfortunately, despite my in-depth and thoroughly digestible explanation, none of the Civil Corps members were able to comprehend the significance of an equatorial mount. Thusly, it became imperative that I come here myself, and hence, our untimely meeting. My venture proved not only unfruitful, but also has caused a delay in my research. I must be heading back to the research center to make up for lost time. Perhaps I'll hire someone to continue the search for me. Render unto builders the things that are builders. Indeed, you would be much more suited to the task. Surely you'll be able to find pieces of an equatorial mount in the abandoned ruins, likely on a lower level. Once you've found the pieces by diving in the ruins, you can use the restoration machine at Katori's museum to make it whole again. Please bring it to me at that point and not before. Goodbye. Finally, this is it. 68-degree latitude range, ultra-fine axis controls. It's got to be accurate at least to 7 arc seconds. And do you hear that? Exactly. Silence. But if you place your ear just so, you can hear the motor drive purring like a diminutive kitten. This equatorial mount looks like it could counterbalance a pretty sizable telescope, which confirms my postulation that the old world metropolis that Sandrock sits upon must have dealt with space-related industries. There must have been some old world observatories under the sand. Now that we have a mount, it only stands to reason that there are also telescopes somewhere in the ruins too. Maybe even rocket engines and starship... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyhow, I implore you, find a telescope and restore it for science. If you can manage this task, I'll even let you use it. Sometimes. When I'm not using it for research. Or non-research. Perhaps you can use it once a year, on your birthday? How does that sound? We can hammer out the details later. If data from the Civil Corps surveys are reliable, I think there might be some telescope parts deep down the Gecko Station abandoned ruins. Not sure how they got into a transport hub. Maybe a few buildings got crunched together back when the Calamity happened. Are the Civil Corps letting us use those nowadays? I'll have to check and get back to you. Await my further correspondence by... keeping an eye on your mailbox. Excellent work, Builder. Thank you, that will be all. Heidi showed me the mobile suit. It's exactly as I imagined. I've come to find that I can consistently rely on you to deliver results. That'll be all.